July 6th and August 14th, 2017 marked a turning point in the lives of the people of Akwa Ibom Northwest Senatorial District as the senator representing the area and Senate Minority Leader Godswill Akpabio, CON, left the footprint of a tiger in the area with what was described as an uncommon senatorial briefing and empowerment program. Indeed, one nickname that was earned by the Senate Minority Leader, Senator Godswill Akpabio, when he was the governor of Akwa Ibom State, was the Promise Keeper. Every promise he made, he fulfilled, which was little wonder he gathered his constituents at Independence Hall, Abak, to renew his commitment to educational development and fulfill his promise of handing over scholarship and bursary checks to beneficiaries as promised at the first empowerment program of the Senatorial District on July 6, 2017. The atmosphere was ecstatic and frenzied, even as the joy on the faces of the people knew no bounds. Senator Akpabio personally signed and disbursed 100,000 naira each as scholarships and bursary grants to 274 students of tertiary institutions across the country from Akpabio Senatorial District. A total of 27.4 million naira was paid out.
I welcome all to this occasion. I welcome all our women. All the women from me, all the women, I welcome all of them. I welcome all the beneficiaries and the non-beneficiaries of the day. This is the procedure. Just before we give out the gift, each child is going to receive 100,000 naira now. We have made out checks, local government by local government. The 277 beneficiaries will receive their checks, 100,000 naira each right on the
The progenitor of the uncommon transformation of Akwa Ibom State tasked beneficiaries of the scholarship and bursary grants to renew their commitment to their studies, as hard work, honesty, and determination were virtues required of them to become leaders of the district in future.
Education is number one. Education is what? For you to be a good businessman, education is number one. For you to be a good teacher, education is what? Number one. For you to be a good politician, education is what? Number one. For you to be a good uncommon transformer, education is what?
The Deputy Governor of Akwa Ibom State, Moses Ekpo commended Senator Akpabio for the quality of his representation and said the decision to send him to the Senate was a very wise one, as the people are reaping the fruit of his outstanding performance.
Events have proved that it was the wisest decision that the people of the Beneficiaries could have taken. Thank you, sir, for this day. Thank you for what you've done for all of us.
Senator Akpabio lauded Governor Domi Manuel for his commitment to promoting education in the state and described the support by the governor in the bursary category as exemplary.
Let me say that I'm honored today to host all of you who are here on this great occasion of the first ever of this magnitude of a senatorial briefing by my mentor, my predecessor, the minority leader of the Senate, his entire family, distinguished Senator Dr. Sir, what again, Patron, Godswill, Akpabio. To the beneficiaries of this empowerment program, these other 250 people that were given bursary, drawn across the entire senatorial district. On behalf of my family, my wife here present, and my children, this time not the government, because this one is not government empowerment. It's family. We are all from one family. So we are joining to say those 250 people who are benefiting from that bursary, we will double that bursary for those 250 people. So that instead of collecting 50,000, let them collect 100,000 like those other people who collected. We hope they will come back with first class and show us the certificate.
He announced that the people of the district were satisfied with the governor's performance and promised that come 2019, the Kotekbene Senatorial District will vote for his return to the Hilltop Mansion.
I want to thank the governor of my state that in spite of the daily resources, he is making time right. And on that day, on the 6th day of July, Governor Uwemmanuel, our actual Israelite, we had a meeting in Lagos and brought the city to the Canada. And when he saw that we were struggling to give him bursary of 50,000 naira each, he said, no, I will double it by adding another 50,000. I came in today with him because he invited me and said, Your Excellency, I will not allow you to go and do it until I redeem my car. So I want us to stand on my car for him because he has redeemed his car.
The chairman of the planning committee, Akpabio, commended the senator for the initiative and stated that the selection of beneficiaries for the grant was done on merit through ensured spread across all wards in the senatorial district.
For those in scholarship, it is purely on merit. They sat for aptitude tests, they wrote it by themselves, they marked it by themselves, they scored it by themselves, and they announced the winners by themselves. It was a transparent process. Excellency, we are grateful. The people of Akpabio Senatorial District are grateful.
Others who spoke commended Senator Akpabio for his benevolence and restated the readiness of the district to return into the Senate in 2019.
My senator, you are a born leader. Leaders are born and not men. Thank you for what you have done. You don't manage the Senatorial District, Akpabio State and Nigeria. God bless you. God bless you. God bless you.
That introduced free and compulsory education in primary and secondary school in Akpabio State. So what he did today is not strange to him.
Akpabio was also I will and income members.
And for him to give free and compulsory education to the Akpabio child was the greatest legacy he left in Akpabio State. And today, he didn't stop at the free and compulsory education. He has moved forward to empower the people of equal education education. Imagine the number of persons that are benefiting in one single form in the scholarship and budget program. I congratulate you, sir.
My voice and the benefit. I want to give you one assurance that just like you did in 2015, because you done well, in 2019 you are going to send it back to the region.
Let me thank His Excellency the Senate Minority Leader and for providing this way, and also thank the beneficiaries for coming out today to receive your checks in person.
Commissioner Daniel, you sent me back to the university because you have known the value of education. I went and I graduated. Your Excellency, you as Governor of Akpabio State, you have given me a platform. That is why I am standing to speak on behalf of the youth of Akpabio State. Your Excellency, as Governor of Akpabio State, all your projects and programs have been adjusted summa cum laude. I don't want to talk about them. If the worst critics will tell you the man had done well.
Speaking on behalf of the beneficiaries, a medicine and surgery student of the University of Uyo, Mbodidem Akpan, who emerged the overall best in the aptitude test, thanked Senator Akpabio for investing in the future of the district and promised to make the district proud in their educational pursuits.
We are behind you and we promise to continue to support you. We ourselves pledge that by 2019 we will always be behind you. We will rise up as a group, as a student of Nigeria, to support you in your future political ambition. We also pledge not to disappoint you in the course of our studies. We will always come on top. We will fly the flag of this central school, and we will always come on great. Thank you, His Excellency.
Other beneficiaries also spoke.
I thank His Excellency Senator Godswill for opening opportunities like this. First time I've seen the women, and it can only be the giver. I can see the giver. That giver is no other person than
I feel happy for this scholarship because this scholarship will actually go a long way to ease off the stress in academics and also improve our academic performance. I feel so great about it.
Deputy Governor of Akpabio State, Moses Ekbo, and Senator Godswill Akpabio bared their minds on the essence of the event.
The crowning of sincere efforts to develop the entire state, because when you develop the human being, you've developed the entire people. So giving scholarships and bursary to that number of people, 274 in the area here in Akpabio State, it comes clearly that, of course, it is supporting the concept that this government has towards human development.
So when I had the opportunity of being a governor, I realized that the reason why they felt that Akpabio was backward was because too many of our children were selling groundnuts, newspapers and oranges on the streets of Lagos and Abuja and all that, and many were serving as houseboys and house girls, and they were being abused, even by the so-called guardians and by the so-called owners of properties here and there across Nigeria. So we became like an industry for houseboys and house girls, and so they associated us with servitude. And I felt that was an anathema and something that needed to be corrected. And I knew that the difference between the car seat owner and the driver is education. So I embarked on free and compulsory education when I had the opportunity to be a governor. But I also opened it up to all Nigerian children who were resident in Akwa Ibom State, because I believe that if you educate your children and you don't educate your neighbors, you are preparing armed robbers to come and attack your graduate children. And so we also paid subvention to ensure that it was totally free. 100 naira per child per term in the primary school and 300 naira per child per term in the secondary school. And the program went on smoothly. It cost us a lot of money as a state, but I believe it is extremely rewarding seeing the quantum of graduates that we have today. So what I've done today as a senator is what my people expected of me, and they still expect more from me. And I've told them that I'm not tired. I will never be tired of supporting education. I will never be tired, because with education, a child will know his right from his left. With education, no child will be lured into militancy. With education, no child will go and join a group of insurgents to attack and kill people. With education, a child will know that yes, indeed, it is ungodly for you not to love your neighbor. With education, it is possible for us to bond Nigeria together and know that yes, the first civilization in the world started in the Nile Valley, where people of different ethnic groups and nationalities with different languages came together and then loved each other. And then with education, the hieroglyphics came about in Egypt, and the first civilization in the world was born. Nigeria can be that melting pot of nations that Egypt once was, that brought about the first civilization, if indeed we recognize that our diversity can be our strength. And then we use education to bring our children together, to unite our children, to bond our children. In Ikot Senatorial District, we are very determined to ensure that every child that has basic education, we are determined to ensure that any child cannot, because of circumstances of his or her birth, get deprived of the opportunity of being educated. Today we have given them a platform for them to rise to the faith of their greatness, according to His Excellency Governor Udom's philosophy of Dakada, and that yes, indeed, that with proper education, that is the only thing that can guarantee your future. And I know that Akwa Ibom children are all very serious about education. I've drummed this into their ears for about 8 years, and I've done so in the last 2 years as governor. So 10 years of talking to the people consistently. We had to even add a state university during my tenure in order to accommodate the outflow from the various secondary schools. And we graduated the first set of graduates from Akwa Ibom State University before I left office. I think that was about March 2015. So we have opened opportunities for them, and this is the kind of opportunity that we need. Nigerians no longer come here to come and look for houseboys and housegirls. We have abolished that industry.
It will be recalled that the scholarship and bursary grant disbursement was part of events at Senator Godswill Akpabio's senatorial briefing and empowerment at the Ikot Township Stadium, where over 2,500 people went home with cars, buses, tractors, block molding machines, tricycles, tricycle trucks, grinding machines, industrial sewing machines, generators, and several other items at the colorful event attended by the governor of Akwa Ibom State, Udom Emmanuel, Senate President Bukola Saraki, senators from both the PDP and APC caucuses of the Senate, and other important dignitaries.
Senate Minority Leader. We are very proud of him, and he makes the PDP caucus the best caucus in the 8th Senate.
And on behalf of the APC caucus in the Senate, we are here to appreciate one single Nigerian with multiple competencies, highly intellectually sagacious and politically great, Senator Godswill Akpabio. Akpabio, good thinking, good products. We in the Senate are very proud of him. He is a legislator par excellence.
Plans are also underway for the inauguration of 48 constituency projects initiated and completed by the senator in the last 2 years.
In the last 2 years, we have participated in many bills that will turn around the lives of Nigerians. If you look at the Federal Polytechnic Okada, the bill is already ongoing. If you look at the Maritime University in Oron, the bill is ongoing. Even within my profession, I've also sponsored an amendment to the Legal Practitioners Act, amongst many others. We want to bring that act in line with modernity and with international practice. Your faith in me has paid off, and that is why I came today to show you appreciation. We have executed a lot of projects that are life-touching. We have done some construction of some rural routes. We have also done construction of market stores. We have done construction of solar-powered boreholes. We have done construction of classroom blocks. We have rehabilitated some in order to assist the state government in what it is doing and local government. We have built and equipped classroom blocks with desks and with offices for the principals, of course the teachers, and desks for children. We have been able to provide whiteboards. We have done tables. We have constructed town halls and community centers complete with boreholes and generating sets across the 10 local governments. In the area of infrastructure, I believe more than 45 projects spreading across the 10 local governments have so far been completed, and we shall start commissioning very soon. Today, we have numerous items to give you, to empower you to go and empower others. 20 outstanding students of tertiary institutions drawn from the 10 local government, two of them to each. You know, they are going to be on scholarship. From now on, we'll be providing at least 100,000 naira each every year for those ones. We also have, for the 10 local governments in the senatorial district, about 50,000 naira each as bursary grant. And among these people here, we made sure that not less than 50 people per local government will benefit from that. That is like a bursary grant. That is a bigger sum to consider. So the deserving beneficiaries are here amongst us. The spread is in the 106 wards of the senatorial district. And this is only like the first set. We are just starting. We have facilitated the employment of many Akpabio children into various parastatals, various ministries, departments and agencies of government. We are not only investing in infrastructure across the senatorial district. By this scheme, we are also investing in the future embodied by the youth who are the future of not just Akpabio but of Nigeria.
Be one of the person that is going to go home with a brand new generator, in which if you can look into the price of the generator, it will be up to 250,000. I feel encouraging and feel so happy. I'm so much happy for having that privilege to be one of the beneficiaries. I feel glad. I say God should bless Godswill Akpabio.
In fact, I must say that since I was born, now I'm getting older and older. I have never heard of and I've never seen a governor, a senator that has been so loving and caring for the less privileged, like Senator Godswill Akpabio. I'm among the students that will receive a computer system and a printer.
As I'm standing now, I'm receiving one big generator for in hand. May God bless in Jesus' name.
I'm blessed with the embroidering machine, and I'm so excited about it.